Must you go, Nana?
It's time to go. I've stayed too long here.
Take me to Paris with you.
You'll visit me with your sisters and little brother. There's a bridge there named for your grandfather. Did you know that? The Pont Alexandre. He never saw it. We'll walk on it together, and we'll go to the ballet every night.
Take me with you now.
I already have, my darling Anastasia. Wherever I go, you'll always be with me. You're my favorite. Strong, not afraid of anything.
Like you.
Shh, our little secret. Our lullaby. When you play it, think of an old woman who loves you very much. Far away, long ago, glowing dim as an ember, things my heart used to know, things it yearns to remember. And a song someone sings. Once upon a December.
Have you said your prayers, my precious Anastasia?
Yes, Mama.
For your father, the Tsar, your sisters and brother, for Russia herself?
Yes, Mama.
What's this?
A music box, so the child will remember me.
Better prayers than music boxes in these difficult times.
It's the last ball of the winter season, Mama. All of Petersburg will be there.
We've been through this.
She's right, Nikki.
Remember, Anastasia. Paris.
Nana! Nana!
The Tsar requests the first dance of the evening, mademoiselle.
I am the Grand Duchess Anastasia Nikolaevna Romanov.
Attention! Gather for pictures!
What was that?
Papa, I'm scared.
We need to go! Serena, keep Alexei quiet. Anastasia, stay close and keep up with us!
Are we all going to die soon, Mama?
No, we will be fine, my dear.
Oh no, I forgot my music box.
Anastasia! Come back!
Kill them all! I will get the girl!
My music box. We're coming, Nana.
For Russia!
All of them? All of them!
We hear you, comrades! The revolution hears you! Together we will forge a new Russia that will be the envy of the world. The Tsar's St. Petersburg is now the people's Leningrad!
They can call it Leningrad, but it will always be Petersburg. New name, same empty stomachs. They tell us times are better, well I say they're not. Can't cook an empty promise in an empty pot. A brighter day is dawning, it's almost at hand. The skies are gray, the walls have ears, and he who argues disappears. Hail our brave new land.
Petersburg is booming, a city on the rise.
It's really very friendly.
If you don't mind spies,
We stand behind our leaders.
And stand in line for bread.
We're good and loyal comrades, and our favorite color's red.
Now everyone is equal, professors push the brooms. 2 total strangers live in 2 small rooms. You hold a revolution, and here's the price you pay.
Thank goodness for the gossip. Spasiba, Zasluki. Thank goodness for the gossip that gets us through the day. Hey, have you heard? There's a rumor in St. Petersburg. Have you heard what they're saying on the streets?
Although the Tsar may not survive, one daughter may be still alive.
The Princess Anastasia.
But please do not repeat.
It's a rumor, a legend, a mystery. Something whispered in an alleyway or through a crack. It's a rumor that's part of our history.
They say her royal grandmama will pay a royal sum.
To someone who can bring the princess back.
Dmitri, they've closed another border. We should have gotten out of Russia while we still could. St. Petersburg was lovely when royalty was in. I called myself a countess, though I'd always been. I hobnobbed with the royals, but then a change of luck. The Tsar was dead, the royals fled, and comrade, now we're stuck.
Rod, I've been thinking about the Princess Anastasia.
Oh, not you too, Dmitri.
It's the rumor, the legend, the mystery. It's the Princess Anastasia who will help us fly. You and I, friend, will go down in history. We'll find a girl to play the part and teach her what to say. Dress her up and take her to Paris.
Imagine the reward her dear old grandmama would pay. Who else could pull it off but you and me?
It was a truck backfiring, comrade. That's all it was. Those days are over. Neighbor against neighbor. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. You're shaking. There's a tea shop just steps from there. Let me...
Thank you.
What's your hurry?
I can't lose this job. They're not easy to come by. But thank you.
I'm here every day.
A ruble for this painting. It's Romanov, I swear.
Can't use balls, but dramas, comrade, by the pair.
I found this in the palace, initialed with an A. It could be Anastasia's. Now what will someone pay?
We need something of hers to show the old lady. How much is that music box?
Ah, the music box. It's genuine Romanov. I could never part with it.
2 cans of beans, comrade.
Done.
Do you believe in fairy tales, Vlad?
Once upon a time, I did.
We are going to create a fairy tale the whole world will believe. Now it's risky, but not more than usual. We'll need papers, we'll need tickets, we'll need nerves of steel.
Yes, it's risky. A lot more than usual.
We'll try to cross the border with our princess and our plot.
Hopefully, disaster won't ensue.
With luck, it all goes smoothly.
And with luck, we won't be shot. Who else could pull it off but me and you?
We'll be rich.
We'll be rich.
We'll be out.
We'll be out.
And
St. Petersburg will have some more to talk about.
From my person, from a person who assured me it was absolutely true. Have you heard? There's a rumor in St. Petersburg. Have you heard? Comrade, what do you suppose?
A fascinating mystery.
The biggest con in history.
The Princess Anastasia. Alive or dead? Who knows?
I am the Grand Duchess, Anastasia Romanov.
She's worse than I was.
Try it this time without the gum in your mouth.
It's not gum, it's tobacco.
Bow and tell me who you are.
At the same time?
Are there any more after these 3?
I'm sorry.
That was the theatrical side, dear. You didn't hear it. Again.
It's me, Grandmama, your precious Anastasia. They shot me, but I lived. And I came all the way to Paris to tell you I'm alive. It doesn't make sense. If she is coming all the way to Paris, of course she is alive.
I'll tell the playwright.
I'm not really an actress.
No. I thought it was the great Narzilaba back from Hollywood itself.
Thank you, ladies. We'll let you know.
Come on, Martha, that means no in theater.
What you're doing is against the law. If you weren't so handsome, Dmitri, I would report you.
Well, you tried, my friend. Anastasias don't grow on trees. Even fake ones. Just stop fiddling with that before you break it.
I can't get it open.
It's a fake.
Are you sure?
No one spots a fake like Count Vladimir Popov. Biggest fake of them all. Well, the only one I fooled in court was myself.
What happened?
The Dowager Empress took one look and said, "That man is an imposter."
I knew it! Those women ratted on us.
At least they'll feed us in jail.
I'm looking for Dmitri.
So are the police. That's Dmitri with a chair over his head. We can't be too careful.
What do you want?
I need exit papers, and I was told you're the only person who can help me.
Exit papers are expensive.
I saved a little money.
The right papers cost a lot.
I'm a hard worker. I'll cook and I'll clean. In Odessa, I wash dishes, and before that, I worked in a hospital in Perm.
In Odessa? Perm? That's a long way from here. What are you running away from?
I'm running to someone. I don't know who they are, but they're in Paris.
She has no money and she's crazy.
I'm not crazy. Will you help me?
You don't need us to get to Paris. There's a canal right outside. Jump in and start swimming.
You're just so rude.
You're wasting our time.
We were hoping you'd be someone else.
Who?
Someone who may not even exist.
I've been in this room before.
Now what? You're not going to faint on us.
When did you eat last?
There was a play. Everyone was beautifully dressed.
This was the private theater in Count Yusupav's palace.
People were so polite and kind.
Where are your manners, Dmitri? Get her some water, and a piece of cheese, too.
This isn't a soup kitchen, Vlad.
You seem to be a gentleman, even if your friend is not.
A gentleman? I haven't heard that word in a long time. Life has not been easy for Dmitri.
Life has not been easy for anyone. Thank you.
Don't be too quick about this one.
Her? Have you gone crazy too?
What's your name, dear?
I don't know.
You don't know?
They gave me a name at the hospital, Anya, and told me I had amnesia.
Tell us what you do remember.
They said I was found by the side of a road. There were tracks all around. It had recently snowed. In the darkness and cold, with the wind in the trees, a girl with no name and no memories but these. Rain against a window, sheets upon a bed, terrifying nurses whispering overhead. Call the child Anya, give the child a hat. I don't know a thing before that. Traveling the back roads, sleeping in the wood, taking what I needed, working when I could, keeping up my courage, foolish as it seems, at night all alone in my dreams. In my dreams, shadows call. There's a light at the end of a hall. Then my dreams fade away, but I know it all will come back one day. I dream of a city beyond all compare. Is it Paris? Paris, a beautiful river, a bridge by a square, and I hear a voice whisper, I'll meet you right there in Paris. Paris. You don't know what it's like not to know who you are, to have lived in the shadows and traveled this far. I've seen flashes of fire, heard the echo of screams, but I still have this faith in the truth of my dreams. In my dreams, it's all real, and my heart has so much to reveal, and my dreams seem to say, don't be afraid to go on, don't give up hope, come what may.
definitely a resemblance, Dmitri.
Have you heard about the rumors of the Princess Anastasia?
Everyone has. That's all they are, isn't it?
Maybe we could help you after all, Anya. It just so happens we're going to Paris ourselves. So, are you ready to become the Grand Duchess Anastasia Nikolaevna Romanov?
I'm ready to find out who I am, but I'm not going to lie to do it.
It won't be a lie. We're going to help you remember the truth.
I wish I had your confidence.
If the Dowager Empress recognizes you as her granddaughter, Vlad and I will get a small reward for our efforts, and we will all live happily ever after.
And if she calls me an imposter?
Then it'll just be an honest mistake. Either way, it gets you to Paris, and it gets us out of Russia. Everybody wins.
How do you become the person you forgot you ever were?
Vlad is going to help you.
Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Imagine another time. Another world. You were born in a palace by the sea.
A palace by the sea.
Could it be?
Yes, it's so. You rode horseback when you were only 3.
Horseback riding? Me?
Horse's name?
Romeo, you threw tantrums and terrorized the cook. How the palace shook.
Charming child.
Wrote the book, but you'd behave when your father gave that look.
Imagine how it was, your long forgotten past.
We've lots and lots to teach you, and the time is going fast. Let's see you walk, head up, regal bearing. Now shoulders back and stand up tall, and do not walk but try to float.
I feel a little foolish. Am I floating?
Like a sinking boat.
You give a bow.
What happens now?
Your hand receives a kiss. Most of all, remember this. If I can learn to do it, you can learn to do it.
Something in you knows it.
There's nothing to it. Follow in my footsteps, shoe by shoe. You can learn to do it too.
You're the ones who don't stand straight.
It's all his years of bowing and kowtowing in court.
Bowing is a sign of respect.
I bowed to someone once.
There, you admit it.
I was a boy. I didn't know any better. That was the first and last time. Where did you learn to do that?
I didn't teach you. She's a natural. Be seated, young lady.
Now, elbows in and sit up straight, and do not slurp the stroganoff.
I never cared for stroganoff.
She said that like a Romanov.
Samovar.
The caviar.
Dessert and then goodnight.
Not until you get this right. If I can learn to do it, you can learn to do it. Pull yourself together and you'll pull through it. Tell yourself it's easy and it's true. You can learn to do it too. Who is your great-grandmother?
Queen Victoria.
Great-great-grandmother.
Princess Victoria of Saxon-Coburg-Saalfeld.
Your best friend is...
My little brother Alexei.
Wrong. Your best friend is...
I know who my best friend is.
What a temper.
I don't like being contradicted.
That makes 2 of us.
Continuing on.
I've had it. And I hate you both. I'm sorry that we ever met. I'm hungry and I'm frightened and I'm only human. Don't forget I don't remember anything. Get out and let me be.
Anya, darling, look at me. We're all frightened, both slightly now and then. Shall we start again? Take a breath, count to 10. You have courage and strength you barely know. So blow that little nose and dry those pretty eyes. A princess like your majesty can do this if she tries. Ready?
Set.
Go.
Now here's your great Aunt Olga.
How she frolicked on the Volga.
Oh! Your distant cousin Vanya loved his vodka.
Got it, Anya?
No.
The Duke of Oldenburg was short.
Louise of Bolden
had a horn.
Count Sergi
wore a feathered hat.
I hear he's gotten very fat.
And I recall his yellow cat.
I don't believe we told her that.
If you can learn to do it, I can learn to do it.
Saw you and I knew it.
I'm glad you knew it. Suddenly I feel like there's a chance.
Not until you learn to dance. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Ow!
Hey!
Anya. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Up. We've only just begun. Okay, that's it. If you can learn to do it, he can learn to do it. Pull yourself together and we'll pull through it. Tell yourself it's easy and it's true. You can learn to do it.
Nothing to it.
You can learn to do it.
The caviar, the stroganoff, the samovar, the feathered hat, the cousin drink, the duke was short and here a wart and there a cat. The horse's name was Romeo, so tell me something new. Ha!
You can learn to do it too. Très bien, mademoiselle, très bien.
Merci, monsieur, merci.
Tu parles français?
Un peu.
Oh, she's charming.
What were you telling her?
Oh, the aristocrats all spoke French, Dimitri. Russians for common people like you. You get to sleep on the sack of lentils tonight, Anya. You've earned it. Bonne nuit, ma chérie. Tomorrow we begin again.
In Russian, for the common man.
You were born in a palace by the sea. Could it be?
Thank you, sir. Your confidence in me will be justified. My own office? The view of the Nevsky Prospect? A Russian telephone that works? That was a joke. We have wonderful telephones.
She's here.
Sir, our little troublemaker has been found. It's a remarkable city, our Leningrad. All those people down there coming and going, creating a future for themselves. I stand at this window for hours admiring them and wondering why a few bad apples are getting up to mischief instead. I can see all the way to the old Yusupov Palace. Funny business going on there. Counter-revolutionary behavior, some might say.
Why was I brought here?
I thought you could tell me, comrade. You, the frightened little street sweeper, You two, leave us. I had almost stopped looking for you on the Nevsky Prospect. Anya, am I right?
Yes.
I am Deputy Commissioner Gleb Vaganov. It's the uniform and the office that gives the bad impression. I'm really not so bad. See? I have a sense of humor. You're shivering again. A friendly cup of tea will warm us both up.
What is the charge?
There is no charge. Why should there be? You have a job, food on the table, your own place in the new order of things.
I'm very thankful.
Which is why I'm warning you to leave your land of make-believe before it's too late.
I don't understand.
If you really were who you're pretending to be, Anya, they'd kill you without hesitation.
Everyone imagines being someone else. I'm no different. It's an innocent enough fantasy.
No, Anya, it is a dangerous one. The Romanovs are gone. Every last one of them. They no longer exist. My father was one of the guards.
I don't want to hear this.
He was told to fire. He obeyed orders. Be very careful of these rumors that prevail. Be very careful what you say. I was a boy who lived the truth behind the tale, and no one got away. I saw the children as the soldiers closed the gate. The youngest daughter and her pride, my father leaving on the night they met their fate, his pistol by his side. The Neva flows, a new wind blows, and soon it will be spring. The leaves unfold, the Tsar lies cold. A revolution is a simple thing. I heard the shots. I heard the screams. But it's the silence after I remembered most. The world stopped breathing. And I was no longer a boy. My father shook his head and told me not to ask. My mother said he died of shame, but I believe he did a proud and vital task. And in my father's name, the Neva flows, a new wind blows, and soon it will be spring. The leaves unfold, the Tsar lies cold. Could I have pulled the trigger if I'd been told? Be careful what a dream may bring. A revolution is a simple thing.
Thank you for your warning, comrade.
It's Gleb. Please.
Gleb.
Your eyes. A man could look right into them.
I'm late for work.
As your new friend, be careful, Anya. As Deputy Commissioner Gleb Vaganov, be very careful. I heard the children as they sang beyond the gates. Anya.
Life is good!
As long as there's vodka, life is wonderful.
I'll drink to that! The Neva flows, the new wind blows. And what's that awful smell?
The leaves unfold, the Tsar lies cold.
Now he's drinking his vodka in hell!
They know where we're living. His name is Gleb.
Well, look who's here, the Prince of Petersburg.
We thought you were embarrassed.
He missed his old partners in crime.
Looks like he's got himself a new girlfriend instead.
She's not my girlfriend.
It's Anastasia herself. I bet he's got you bowing for him like a regular little Selena.
You going to Paris, ma chérie?
Have a drink with us, Dimitri.
Come on, Dimitri, I don't like these people.
Too good for us, sweetheart.
If you don't want her, Dimitri, I'll take her. You want to dance, sweetheart?
Leave her alone.
Ugh. Next time I won't go so easy!
Where did you learn to do that? You're good.
You want to see what else I can do? Come at me. I won't hurt you.
I believe you, Anya.
I didn't walk halfway through Russia without learning to defend myself. You've had it easy.
Not so easy. My father was an anarchist. He died in a labor camp for his convictions. My mother was already gone. I don't really remember her.
Who raised you then?
No one. I raised myself. I grew up on the sly, in the gutters and the streets of Petersburg. Just a kid on the fly, getting good at getting by in Petersburg. I bartered for a blanket, stolen for my bread, learned to take my chances and use my head. A Russian rat is clever, clever, or he ends up dead. Boils down to there are some who survive, some who don't, some give up, some give in. Me, I won't. Black and blue, welcome to my Petersburg. Come on, Anya. Standing here, you can see from the spires to the piers of Petersburg. I'd be down on that quay, selling stolen souvenirs of Petersburg. The palaces above and alleyways below. Funny when a city is all you know. How even when you hate it, something in you loves it so. That's where I learned my stuff, in some rough company. There's a boy growing up who was me, all I've been, all I'll be. We can't do what we're told, we can't go where we're led, but I learned from my father to see what's ahead. Nothing here to hold me, no one that I owe. Funny how a boy can grow. Funny how a city tells you when it's time to go. Boils down to there are some who have walls yet to climb. You and I on the fly, just in time. But tonight there's a sky and quite a few. Welcome to my Petersburg. My father used to bring me here. He put me on his shoulder so I could get a better view.
Bet you could see all the way up to Finland from there, Dima.
Dima?
That's what he called me. There isn't a day I don't miss him.
So neither of us has a family.
You don't know that yet. The answer is in Paris. Now, tell me about her little dog.
His name was Toby.
Go on.
I loved him so much.
Don't stop.
I'm not as strong as you think I am.
Close your eyes.
Why?
Just do it. Put your hand out. Open. You've worked hard. You've earned it.
What is it?
A music box.
It's beautiful.
It's broken. I can't even open it. How did you do that? Anya?
Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember, and a song someone sings once upon a December. Someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm. Figures dancing gracefully across my memory. Someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm. Figures dancing gracefully across my memory. Someone sings once upon a December.
How soon do you think we can go? They're canceling trains right and left. Here, I worked an extra shift this week. It's not much, but every little bit helps.
We're not even close, Anya.
What are you saying?
I thought I could get us out before they close the borders for good.
You're the only hope I had.
There must be someone else who can help you. I'm sorry.
I don't want your money. It's our money. I trusted you.
I said I'm sorry.
I didn't trust you enough. Now you close your eyes.
What for?
You're the stubbornest person I've ever met. Almost as stubborn as me. Put your hand out. All right, open.
It's a diamond!
The nurse in the hospital found it. So did my underclothes. She hid it from me till the day I could go. A secret she kept, although why, I don't know. She said, don't tell a soul till you know that you must. I had to make sure I found someone I trust.
You've had it all this time? Without telling me?
Yes.
Why?
It's the only thing I have. Without it, I have nothing.
How do you know I won't take it now and you'll never see me again?
I don't think you will.
If you weren't a girl, I'd...
Oh, disaster! The Yusuf Palace has been raided. We're done for if we go back there. Mother of Moses!
She had it all along.
I didn't trust either of you with it.
I don't blame you, but never mind. All is forgiven. I love you, Vanya.
Vlad, I'm trusting you to get the exit papers.
Hurry! There's a train at midnight at the Finland station.
I'll go fence the diamond. Where are you going?
I'm getting last week's wages. Every little bit counts.
We're going to Paris on a train. I'm going to sleep in a hotel and take a bath in a clean bathtub.
The train crossed the Russian border, and they weren't on it.
A temporary setback. We'll find them, never fear. They think they can elude us, but they'll end up here.
A ragged little pop star engaged in a crime.
The Princess Anastasia is running out of time.
Dimitri, wait. Anya can't go any further. She's exhausted.
The Polish border is only 10 more kilometers. We'll be safe there.
Wait for me!
Follow her to Paris. If she's not Anastasia, bring her back. We'll make an example of her.
And if she is Anastasia...
It's the job for your father, like a good son, leaving her float in the sand. It's really very special. You merely point the gun, and then you pull the trigger.
And the job is done.
Enjoy your new position. The telephone will be new.
The Princess Anastasia.
Alive or dead, it's up to you.
Everyone imagines being someone else. It's an innocent enough fantasy. An underhanded girl, an act of desperation, and to my consternation, I let her go. She wants what she can get. Is that a fair depiction? Does she believe her fiction? It's hard to know. Is it innocence or guile, or nothing but a childish act of will? She doesn't know she needs you. She willfully misleads you. But still, a son becomes a man at his father's knee. If my father asked questions, well, where would we be? She's nothing but a child, a waif who needs protection. I feel a strange connection I can't allow. She says it's all a game. She trembles like a flower, but in her there's a power. I see that now. I am nothing but a man with nothing but his orders to fulfill. I'm innocent, she cries, but then you see her eyes, and something in them tells you that she absolutely lies. Until your heart replies, but still.
The Belfries! Look!
It looks like Russia.
France looks nothing like Russia. It looks like France.
Except Russia is more beautiful.
Russia is not the world. Open your hearts and minds to all this. Learn something. Getting emotional. The last time I was in Paris, I was a young man. My waist was like this.
Why have we stopped? I'm going to ask the driver what's wrong.
Look at her, rattling off in French with him. You've taught her well. Don't be surprised if we get away with this, Vlad.
She'll break your heart, Dmitri.
Be quiet. What do you know about anything?
If they accept her as Anastasia, you'll never see her again.
As usual, you don't know what you're talking about.
This is as far as he goes. But we're almost there. From the top of the hill, he says, you can just see Paris.
Oh, are you ready to be astonished?
We made it! Even when I was mad at you, I never doubted we would. Thank you, Dmitri.
Thank Vlad.
I can see the Eiffel Tower. Oh, it's true. It's really there.
Anya, come see! Anya!
Anya!
Heart, don't fail me now. Courage, don't desert me. Don't turn back now that we're here. People always say life is full of choices. No one ever mentions fear or how the world can seem so vast. On a journey to the past. Somewhere down this road, I know someone's waiting. Years of dreams just can't be wrong. Arms will open wide, I'll be safe and wanted, finally home where I belong. Well, starting now, I'm learning fast on this journey to the past. Once a time I must have had them too. Home, love, family. I will never be complete until I find you. One step at a time, one hope, then another. Who knows where this road may go? Back to who I was, on to find my future, things my heart still needs to know. Yes, let this be a sign, let this road be mine, let it lead me to my past and bring me home at
I don't know about anyone else, but it's been a long day. I'll be at the hotel.
Don't use up all the hot water. I've never seen him so happy. I'm gonna go try to find Lily. I'll start at the Neva Club.
Considered the most beautiful bridge in Paris, the Alexander Bridge, as it is affectionately called by Parisians, was named for Tsar Alexander III. Look at the sky, look at the water, somebody's bridge, somebody's daughter. Who could have known I'd be alone crossing this bridge? Boats heading in, somebody calling, sun going down, shadows are falling, shimmering view, dangerous too, crossing a bridge. Halfway between where I've been and where I'm going, in between wondering why and finally knowing. Thousands of lights shining below me. Somebody waits, somebody know me. Maybe we're sharing this beautiful night. Me on the left bank, you on the right. Almost in sight. Crossing a bridge. Every light is like a promise. Every light could be a clue. One of them might be
She can't always be resting. The Dowager Empress knows I have important papers for her to sign.
Papers designating you the heir of the Romanov fortune. She will never sign those.
She is an old woman who has outlived her place in history. Anastasia is a pathetic figment of her imagination. Eventually, I will be recognized as the sole beneficiary of the Tsar's estate by international court of law.
I'll tell Her Majesty you called.
You will be at the Neva Club this evening, Lily.
Along with every other white Russian in Paris.
I will want the first Charleston.
I've given up dancing for Lent.
Lent just ended.
Next Lent. I'm getting an early start.
Is he gone?
Your Imperial Majesty.
He's like a dog with a bone, that one.
Only 4 letters today.
If only I could lose hope entirely. I used to open each one with a beating heart. Could this be my precious Anastasia? But after so many disappointments, I've come to dread the daily post. Another day, another imposter.
I won't let you give up.
Dearest Lily, I know I am a proud and difficult woman. You're the only one I've allowed to see what's become of me. I was Maria Fyodorovna Romanov, Empress of all Russia. You can't possibly know what that means, Lily. No one can.
Your Majesty, remembering our happy summers in the Sea of Levadia.
Levadia? They all do their homework.
Strange and bizarre events have brought me to Buenos Aires. Bring me to Paris, and I will convince you that I am Anastasia.
She wants me to pay her passage. At least that little imposter from Cleveland paid her own way. What is Cleveland? I've never heard of such a place. Sounds dreadful.
Dearest Grandmama, if I may call you that.
I was never Grandmama. I was always Nana. I was only Nana. Grandmama, they play me for a fool. Give me those. No more letters. No more interviews.
There will be other young women. What should I tell them?
Tell them that they're too late. The Grand Duchess Anastasia Romanov is dead, and the Dowager Empress is dead with her. Leave me.
I light the lamps. Will you be all right this evening?
My precious Anastasia.
She doesn't hear me.
These strangers come calling, soon enough they're gone. The twilight is falling, lamps will soon go on. And where did summer go? I will never know. Summer used to last endlessly. Children all in white running down the sand to me. To me. These strangers sent packing, what do they expect? So grasping, so lacking, why not be direct? The beating of my heart after they depart, lying wide awake through the night. Will you ever come running home to me? You might. You might. I believe so long. I have dared to hope that the door might open and that you might enter. Playing hide and seek. Kisses on my cheek. The lamps begin to glow in my heart. I know you're a lie that I've waited for. Tell them all to go. Tell them all no more. Tell them I close the door.
Once I had a palace, here merely a flat. I fled with some diamonds and that was that.
It's very tragic.
Once ladies in waiting, all bending a knee. Now only one lady in waiting, me.
No fanfare,
What's a dance chairs?
no coaches,
And we sold our
brooches.
No afternoon card games with the Tsar.
No caviar, but I say we're not dead now.
We're not dead now, we're in France instead now.
Let us not be sad. The night's young and Russians are mad, so let's live in the land of yesterday. Live in the grand imperial heyday. Let's live in the land of yesterday, Russia.
Russia.
Let's put on the fancy clothes and let's while our woes away. In Russia, land of yesterday. In dire circumstances, why wallow in regret? We're out of second chances. Why are we here except to forget? We know the world is fickle. Life is a leaky sieve. Pass me a glass and give me a bow and drink to the Countess. Nobody now. Why should I care as long as I dare to live
in the land of yesterday?
Let's run off the bill as if we're still royalty at bay. In Russia, land of yesterday. Woo! The night's young and Russians are mad, so let's live in the land of yesterday.
Live in the grand imperial heyday.
Let's live in the land of yesterday, Russia, Russia. Let's brush off the days of old and let's hold the world at bay.
Yes, here's to
Russia.
Here's to
Russia. Here's to Russia, land of yesterday. Land of yesterday. Hey!
Vlad Popov! I thought the Bolsheviks put you in front of a firing squad.
They did. But when they gave the order to fire, no one could pull the trigger.
I can't imagine why not.
I still melt hearts, ma chère, just as you still melt mine. I crossed a continent for this moment.
Still up to your old tricks?
Admit you're happy to see me.
I'm glad you're not dead, but that's as far as I'm prepared to go. What are you doing in Paris?
Didn't you get my letter?
I did. I promptly tore it up.
You've grown hard, my darling Lily.
No harder than need be.
My precious Lily.
I'm not the woman you remember, Vlad.
No. You're even lovelier than I remember. My hot-blooded, sensual, passionate.
That was then, when the world was beautiful.
We'll make it beautiful again, in Paris, the city of lovers.
If only we could.
Ever since that first day in court when I saw you, I knew I was beneath you.
You're right, darling. You were.
I noticed you across a room, the most exquisite rose, the tiniest tiara and that haughty little nose. I flirted with you shamelessly,
or so the scandal goes. The Countess
and the common man we tiptoed off to Peterhof to have a royal fling.
My husband was oblivious, counts never know a thing.
And all of it was perfect
till you stole my diamond ring. The Countess and the common man.
Cologne in the bedclothes, the pastry and wine.
And under the table your foot touching mine. And how my heart beat when you sent me our sign. I loved you.
You loved me. And oh, it was simply divine.
Stop!
Who would have known, my little Rose, we're back where we began.
And I suppose that you'll propose another sneaky plan, which I'll resist
until you're kissed.
For nothing's better than the Countess
and the common man.
The Countess and the common man. I'm waiting for you to kiss me again.
Gladly. But first, there's a young woman I want you to meet.
That's all?
There will be someone at the ballet on Monday who will want to meet her too.
Who's that?
The Dowager Empress.
No!
We are going to change history, Lily. The Countess
and the common man.
They live in the land of yesterday, lost in their mad imperial heyday. How sad is the land of yesterday. How could a good Russian girl be so badly left astray? You want to change history? Well, I'll let you lead the way to Anya. It was June. I was 10. I still think of that day now and then. A parade and a girl and a crowd of thousands. She sat straight as a queen, only 8 but so proud and serene. How they cheered, how I stared in that crowd of thousands. And I started to run and to call out her name as the crowd on the road went wild. I reached out with my hand and looked up, and then she smiled. The parade traveled on with the sun she was gone. But if I were still 10, in that crowd of thousands, I'd find her again.
You're making me feel I was there too.
Maybe you were. Make it part of your story.
A parade, passing by, It was hot, not a cloud in the sky. Then a boy caught my eye. In a crowd of thousands, he was thin, not too clean. There were guards, but he dodged in between. Yes, he made himself seen. In that crowd of thousands, then he called out my name, and he started to run through the sun and the heat in the crowd. I tried not to smile, but I smiled. And then he bowed.
I didn't tell you that.
You didn't have to. I remember. The parade traveled on. With the sun in my eyes, you were gone. But I knew even then, in a crowd of thousands, I'd find you again.
Your Highness.
What's meant to be is meant to be. I see it at a glance. She's radiant and confident and born to take this chance. I tried to think of everything, I just forgot romance. I never should have let them down.
Can this be the evening? Can this be the place? Am I only dreaming, looking at her face? Everything I've wanted, suddenly so clear. My past and my future so near.
Next to me, this frightened girl, holding tight as the dancers whirl. Keep your nerves and see this through. It's what you've come to do.
See that girl? Could it be? Don't be ridiculous. I refuse to dream. I refuse to hope. I must stop believing I will ever find her.
She's near at hand, yet here I stand, my heart and mind at war. The times must change, the world must change, and love is not what revolution's for. Someone holds her safe and warm. Someone rescues her from the storm. Simple things, but one thing's clear. It's fate that brought us here. Simple things, and whatever I have to do, I'll do. Simple how, simple when, find a way.
The finest and driest champagne they have, of course, Your Majesty.
Is she in a good mood?
She's never in a good mood. What have you talked me into?
Wait till you see her.
Your Highness.
No, you mustn't. That composure. We did a good job, Dimitri.
I don't want to get your hopes up, young lady.
We'll celebrate after, on your grandfather's bridge.
I'm ready.
You will announce the Grand Duchess Anastasia Nikolaevna Romanov.
You have a visitor, Your Majesty.
What are they saying? Wonder how long they'll be. Why should I worry? Worrying's not like me. Nothing to do but pace and stew and wait till the girl walks in. Why panic now with everything to win?
My nerves can't handle this. Tell Lily I need a stiff glass of vodka.
Nothing but silence. This could be bad. But no, let's assume it's good. Thought it was foolproof. Nothing is foolproof. Whoa, better knock on wood. Girl gets a family, boy gets rich, and fairy tale gets a spin. How can we fail with everything to win? I wonder if our paths will ever cross again. the way they did when you were 8 and I was 10. We said this was goodbye, but even so, you never know, you never know. I should be glad that we're breaking free, but nothing is what it was. I didn't know she mattered to me, but now I can see she does. Con man and princess get their wish, fairy tale comes true. Funny, one small part I never knew. With everything to win, the only thing I lose is you. What happened?
She wouldn't even look at me. Tell this imposter, Lily, I know her kind too well. She wants money and will break an old woman's heart to get it.
I'll tell her the truth.
That I was a pawn in a scheme of yours?
What? No!
You made me think I was someone I never was or ever could be. I was cold and hungry and desperate, Dmitri, when I met you, but I wasn't dishonest. I hate you for that.
I'm sorry, young man.
Is she gone?
Your Royal Majesty.
How dare you address me?
Anya doesn't want your money. I take full responsibility for bringing her to Paris.
Don't come any closer.
But I believe with all of my heart that she is the Grand Duchess Anastasia.
I will not stay for this.
She only wants what's rightfully hers. Your recognition and your loving embrace. Try to imagine her life since our parents, sisters, little brother were murdered.
I do not need reminding what happened to my family. I lost everything I loved that day.
So did she. Anya survived for a reason. To heal what happened. Or Russia will be a wound that never heals.
That is no longer a concern of mine. Russia has damned itself to eternity for what it has done.
You're tiring her!
God will judge you harshly, old woman. History already has.
He turned his back on you.
Take me home, Lily.
It was my life you played with, telling me I was someone else, letting me believe I was. What is this?
I bought it for you when we were at...
I don't want it.
Where are you going?
Anywhere that's far from you.
Anya!
No wonder you were dismissed from court. Men like you deserve every bad hand life deals you. You both do. I admired the way you were proud of who you were, Dmitri, despite your circumstances. And you taught me to be the same. And the whole time you were tricking me. Russian history. Save it for your next Anastasia. Hey, Your Imperial Highness.
I think history demands we play this game till the end.
Please, be seated.
There's no need. I shall be brief. Who are you?
I believe I am the youngest daughter.
Oh, spare me my family history. It's in every bookstore along the Seine, and anyone can read it.
I didn't think you'd be so cruel.
I'm old and impatient. Kindness has become a luxury.
My Nana was the most loving woman imaginable.
That was before they murdered everyone she loved.
Her bosom smelled like oranges when she hugged me.
It's a common enough scent.
Not hers. It came from Sicily, made especially for her, in a box of polished inglewood.
How dare you sit without my permission? All right, sit. You have my permission. In that case, I shall sit too. Who was my favorite lady in waiting?
You didn't have one. You kept dismissing them.
That was a trick question. You're clever, I'll grant you that. I'm trying to see the resemblance. I don't trust my eyes.
You should wear spectacles. I'm sorry.
Name the three.
Why don't you want me to be her?
I have found solace in my bitterness. It doesn't disappoint me. You Anastasias always do.
If you give me a chance, maybe I won't.
I don't believe Anastasia exists.
You don't want to believe it.
What was your mother's full title as Empress of Russia?
Are we beyond this?
Her Imperial Majesty, the Empress of
She was
all
Mama
thou
to me.
Russia, Alexandra.
She was Mama to all of us.
We all cry at some point. Do you rehearse? Tears will get you nowhere.
Why did you come here?
Your young man told me you were not part of his scheme.
He's right. I wasn't.
He thinks you very well might be my granddaughter. He says you've come to believe it yourself.
I believe it with all my heart, but I can't be her unless you recognize me.
You can't be anyone unless you first recognize yourself.
I know.
Do you know what it means to lose everything, young woman? My son, his children, everything I loved and held dear with all my heart, all lost and gone in one terrible moment, and for what? The good of Russia? I'll ask you one last time. Be very careful what you answer. Who are you?
I don't know anymore. Who are you?
An old woman who remembers everything the way it should have been and nothing the way it was. I am unreliable. I am a historian of the heart. I want this fearful journey to be over.
Do you remember the last time you saw Anastasia?
I didn't know it was the last time. We never do. We never know which goodbye is the last.
You were leaving for Paris. You never came back. You gave her a music box. I believe this was it. Far away, long ago, glowing dim as an ember,
Things my heart used to know
once upon a December. I said I'd come visit you in Paris. We'd go to the ballet together and walk on Grandpapa's bridge.
You never knew him. I loved him very much.
We'll walk the bridge together. For all of them, Nana.
What took you so long?
It doesn't matter. I'm here with you.
Too late. You've come too late.
It's never too late to come home, Nana.
Anastasia.
Orange blossoms. I should be glad I'm where I should be, but nothing is what it was. I didn't know he mattered to me, but now I can see he does. A con man and princess get their wish, and fairy tale comes true. The only thing I lose is Gleb.
An underhanded girl, an act of desperation, and to my consternation, I let you go. Well, not this time. Paris is no place for a good and loyal Russian.
We are both good and loyal Russians.
I've come to take you home.
My home is here now.
Stop playing this game, Anya, I beg you.
We both know it's not a game, Gleb.
If you really are Anastasia, do you think history wants you to have lived?
Why don't you?
The Romanovs were given everything and gave back nothing in return until the Russian people rose up and destroyed them.
All but one. Finish it. I am my father's daughter.
And I am my father's son. Finish it. I must. My father shook his head and told me not to ask. My mother said he died of shame.
You see them? Look at their faces and mine. Hear their screams. Imagine their terror. See their blood.
But I believe he did a proud and vital task. And in my father's name.
Do it. And I will be with my parents and my brother and sisters in that cellar in Yekaterinburg all over again.
The children, their voices. A man makes painful choices. He does what's necessary, Anya. For Russia, my beauty, what choice but simple duty? We have the past to bury, Anya. Spring, the leaves unfold, the Tsar lies cold. For the last time, who are you?
I am the Grand Duchess Anastasia Nikolaevna Romanov.
Be careful what a dream may bring. A revolution is a simple thing. I can't.
I mean you no harm, Gleb.
I believe you are Anastasia. I believe I am damned for eternity for not pulling that trigger as surely as if I had.
What will you tell them?
That I was not my father's son after all. Long life, comrade.